Hey everybody, welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. And today my return guest, Janet McConnell. It's going to be an amazing discussion. You do not want to miss it. So tag your friends, share this out, let everybody know we're on. Here we go. Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, Networking for Students by D. Scott Smith, Sulong Realty of Keller Williams, Capital Mortgage Source, and Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer.
Networking for Students, now available on Amazon, dscottsmith.com/students. Order a copy for your student or the graduate in your life.
For more information on Sulong Realty and their realty services in the Willamette Valley, go to sulongrealty.com. And for more information on Capital Mortgage Source and their mortgage services, go to Capital Mortgage Source today. Finally, for Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer and how they support those going through cancer and their families, go to perspectivesoncancer.com. Music by Connor Hedge and Protestant, used with permission. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. It's going to be a good one. It's Monday, everybody. Woohoo! Yes, I am so excited. As you know, I love Mondays. I know there's so many of you out there that are going, oh my goodness, it's Monday. But you know what? New opportunities, new possibilities. It's an amazing, amazing time God has given us to get out there and make things happen, right? Fresh start. Here we go. Little chilly here in the northwest, and it's chilly but not snowing like in the south and the southeast where they're getting lots of weather there. So anyway, wherever you are, I hope you're staying warm. Hope things are going good. This is Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie, here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. That's right. After we go live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook every Monday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific, then it sits on LinkedIn and YouTube forever, Facebook for 30 days. So you go back forever and you can look, you can share, you can gather information, you can connect with the guests, with the host, with people in the comments. So many great opportunities to do that. And it'll be sitting there for you. But guess what? If you don't have time to watch, you're a busy person. I know a lot of you are busy. You have time to listen as you're jogging, cooking dinner, getting ready for work, whatever you're doing. You can listen on all the major platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, iHeartRadio. It goes on and on and on, all the possibilities. So whatever your favorite platform is, please listen, please like, share, and just comment, because engagement is what is so important today. I already see so many of you engaging in the comments. So please jump in, engage, say hi to me, say hi to others as I talk this morning with Janet. You can ask us questions. We can move forward and to give you all the connection information. So after we're done today, You'll be able to connect with Janet and myself and be able to continue the conversation, because it doesn't stop here. It just starts here on a Monday. And I'm so excited for today. So anyway, on Marketing with Russ, AKA hashtag Russ Selfie, what are we all about? Well, amazing people. We're about how amazing people connect. And that is what we're all about, because I am a firm believer that connection and community building is the foundation of any good marketing plan, any good business, really any good life. So if you really want to be successful and you want to see things happen, connect and build community today with purpose and intention, of course. And Mondays always are a good start with coffee, which I'm going to take a drink of. There we go. So, oh, I'm so glad to be here today. Man, are you excited? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Okay, so we also, obviously, because I love to connect, I would love for you to go to russhedge.com and connect with me. I'm a simple-minded guy. russhedge.com. It's easy. It's my name. Just put a .com on it. Everything about me, from my live streams to my cancer journey to information about my inspirational speaking, my live streaming and my podcasting, and about my marketing coaching. Anything you want to know, plus all the connection links, not only to my social media, things like that, but my email, my phone number. You can even schedule time directly on my calendar. You can Zoom with me. It'll be great. So go to that today. When you go to russhedge.com, information will also pop up about my books, believe it or not. And so we've got Life Happens, and then you choose my latest book. I'm telling you, if you have not got your copy yet, you need to get it today while copies last, because it is a great way to inspire yourself. And then you can pass it on and inspire others, because it's all about perspective in life through challenges. Many of you have been such a blessing to me through my cancer journey and through everything that I've been going through and I'm still going through, even though I'm cancer free, so many other things that I'm dealing with. And so I'm so thankful to be able to encourage you and let you know that life is still good. God is still good, and I'm still moving forward. God is not done with me yet. No, he is not. So I am excited about all that's before me. And if you want to find out more stories about me and about my journey, you can go to that today at russhedge.com. Okay. Also, please subscribe to YouTube. Oh my goodness, this is just expanding quickly, growing by leaps and bounds. Go to marketingwithruss.live again. Very simple. If you know the name of the show, you can get it. Marketing with Russ, just add a .live and you're good. Straight to my YouTube page. Please subscribe today. Thousands of great people, not only on Marketing with Russ, but the Experience Live with Russ and Scott, the Experience Local, Russ Reels Live. So many live streams and podcasts available, and great information there. Also, like I said before, if you'd please share this out and tag your friends, that would be so amazing. I would appreciate that. Right now, just put the @ tag one of your friends. Let them know that we're on. It is such a blessing to be able to be reminded, because so many people want to hear things and want to watch, but they just forget because life is so busy. So thank you for doing that. Okay, so before we do our marketing tip of the day, which we do every Monday and Thursday, I want to remind you again, if you go to russhedge.com and get my book, you'll also find Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose, and my other anthologies available, 6 in all, that are there for your reading pleasure, but also for your encouragement and inspiration. I am actually embarking on another anthology that I am working on now, a chapter in another book. I'm going to be doing that here in the next few months. So I'll give you more information on that as well. So, okay, that is all we've got there. So excited. Oh, I do have one more thing I need to tell you, and that is, so besides the amazing sponsors that you heard about, D. Scott Smith and Networking for Students, Sue Long Realty, Capital Mortgage Source, and Showing Up Perspectives on Cancer, we are also listener supported, and we cannot do this without you. Scan the QR code, go to the link in the comments, and thank you for giving, because that is how I do this, how this Scott and I continue to do our live streams, and we appreciate all of your giving in that area. So appreciate that, and it helps us to get good value and the positive word out to all of you. Been doing this now going on our 6th year, and so thankful for that. So, okay, with that, we're going to do the marketing tip of the day, and it's going to be a good one. It's in theme with our wonderful guest today, where we're continuing this conversation. So All right, here we go. Are you ready? This, oh, by the way, this gets cut out, put it separately on YouTube Shorts, social media, so you can actually watch and share just the marketing tip of the day later. Okay, here we go. This is your marketing tip of the day. You can do it no matter your age. There you go. You can do it. Doesn't matter how old you are. You can do amazing things because you know what? You have a purpose within you that God has given you to achieve in your lifetime amazing things before you. Does not matter your age. We had a conversation at a recent great, amazing conference I was at, PodFest, and they were talking about, are you too old to start podcasting or live streaming if you're over 50? Well, a whole bunch of people have started over 50. I started over 50. Currently, I am 61 and going strong and doing great things in spite of age, in spite of cancer, in spite of all kinds of things. So don't let circumstances or age get in your way. Get out there and do amazing things. You are not defined by your circumstances. You can do great things. Get out there and do it. So remember, you can do it no matter your age, and that is your marketing tip of the day. All right, there we go. That'll get cut out, put out separately on YouTube Shorts and social media. Let's get Janet in the room. Woohoo! Hey, Janet.
Hi, how are you? Good morning, Russ, and good morning to all of your viewers. What a great Monday.
Oh, my goodness. What a great Monday. I'm so excited. Well, listen, we had such an amazing conversation the first time. We had to do it again because we had so much to talk about. So let's start over for those that missed it. Who in the world is Janet McConnell? What are you up to?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I am Janet McConnell, and I am an author, and I'm a speaker, a bodybuilding competitor, fitness coach, and longtime student of invention. And I love what you said in your introduction, your marketing tip for the day, because that should be on some of my merch t-shirts, because I am such a believer in starting where you are, no matter what your age. My professional life has a wide variety to it. I started out as a middle school teacher. I was a director of operations for an educational software company, marketing for private robotics and animation university, and owning my own fitness business. And I came to publishing, being a published writer later in life, and a little over a year ago, started my YouTube channel, which is exploding. And I'm going to be 70 in 3 months, underscoring your marketing tip once again.
Wow.
But after I had a significant health crisis that forced me to rethink not only how I lived in my body, but how I understood aging, identity, and possibility.
Well, I just want to say, I want you to keep going, but I just want to say amazing. First of all, no one would ever guess you're going on 70. Not even close. Number two, I like the fact that you took adversity and challenges and turned them into positive growth. And that is where we grow the most. When we go through challenges and rough times in life, that is where the most growth possibilities are. And it's so important to realize that, because it's easy to get down, right? It's easy to say, woe is me. I mean, we all do it. Let's face it. Anybody out there, don't kick yourself, because we all do it. We all have our moments, right? It's just a matter if you pick yourself up and move on from there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I just finished rereading The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. And he really tells you in the Stoic wisdom why it's a gift when you have an obstacle, when you have hardship, because that's where you get better. And if you can think of the worst day of your life in memory and reframe it to make it your best day, now you've got something.
And that, oh my goodness, I love that. Reframing, right? Mm-hmm. Let's flip the script. Yeah. Let's not go with the conventional wisdom. Let's forget about what everybody says you are supposed to do. Everybody is shoulding all over you constantly. You should do this. You should do that. This is the way things are. This is the way it's supposed to be. Just be happy and die, right? I mean, it's just like, I mean, really, basically, that's what some people say. Okay, you're retired. You just kind of wilt away until you die, right? Well, no. Yeah. There's so much life left. And you know, you and I have talked about this before, Janet. My cancer doctors told me that my attitude and the way that I went after life would do more for me than anything they could do for my
Yeah,
cancer,
absolutely.
because God has created a way for us to make amazing things happen within our body, right?
That's exactly right. I mean, one of the things that makes us powerful and unique and able to serve in the world is by going through difficulties, coming out the other side, and reframing it so that we can talk about it in a way that not only inspires others in their own challenges, but also elevates the conversation as a community that we can get through this together.
Yeah, that's it. And we are better together. We are better together. So, wow, you know what? What your message resonates so much, because there is such a great, amazing community of people that are at a certain stage of life that they're having challenges.
Yeah.
They're maybe retired and they're trying to figure out what to do. Maybe they're not feeling great health wise. Talk a little bit more about what you went through and how people can flip that, because you have lived it.
Yes, it is true that what happens somehow as we get into probably around 50 and older is we're kind of in different places from one person to another, but we're probably already thinking about what retirement would look like, when it should be, where our children, if we have them, are graduating from high school, going off to college, and we have empty nest. We have aging parents who are needing more and more of our attention. And we have this looming new identity that we have to step into, the identity of being this other person besides your job description. And that can be scary because we haven't maybe taken the time or had the time to really reflect on it. So I say that I serve men and women 50 and over who want to reclaim strength, protect their brain health, thrive in the second half of their life. And they are professionals, entrepreneurs, and leaders who refuse to accept the old narrative of getting old and declining. And so my work helps them step into aging as a season of empowerment instead of limitation.
Okay. Oh my goodness. That gets me excited right off the bat. Forget the limitations that everybody is trying to put on you. Flip the script, everybody. Look at the amazing possibilities and opportunities we have. You know, I had to learn life does change, right? And so I had knee surgery. So I can't play basketball anymore. If I did, it would really damage my knee. So I don't play. But I really love that. But what I did, instead of moaning about missing out on that, I turned it into other things I could do. I can't run anymore, but I can walk. I can do other great fitness things, right? As far as taking care of myself. Also, there's maybe some things in life that are harder for you to do, whether it's your eyesight or I have hearing issues too. But what you do is you find the opportunities and possibilities within what you're capable of doing, because maybe there's a whole new door that's opening to you, right? And a whole new door opened to me through cancer, through the issues I've had, because they speak to people that are going through the same things. If you're out there and you're going through a cancer journey, love to talk to you. If you're out there and you're having eyesight or hearing troubles, love to talk to you. If you're out there and you're a type 1 diabetic, I would love to talk to you, not because I am such a horrible, poor person, because I have made it through smiling, and you can too. And there's so much you can accomplish, just like Janet says. And that is why people need to go to Janet. And you've written books too, right?
Yes, I have my first book, Elements of Aging Well, My Journey So Far. And it talks about, it's not an exercise and diet book, although there's some in there, sprinkled in, but it's about claiming resilience and being able to define boundaries and how to set habits when we have our ingrained habits from our large adult life, and now we have to maybe repurpose or pivot how to do that, because you really can teach an old dog new tricks. And I really appreciate what you said about some of the setbacks that you had, that you then, Russ, turned into a narrative that makes it your best experience, your best story, because those vulnerabilities, those setbacks become your point of connection with other people, rather than being this sage on the stage that's got it all figured out. You're in the fight with us. And I am too. We have both gone through setbacks and difficulties and have those as touch points for people to realize, oh, you've had stuff too. Okay, now what else is it that you have to say? I'm all ears.
Yeah. No, that's exactly it, because it opens the doors. People, they relate more to somebody who's gone through what they're going through, right? Or something similar. I'm always telling people, I am here to pray for you. By the way, everybody, I'm here to pray for you. And it doesn't matter what you're going through, but if you are going through some of the things that I mentioned, I have or am going through them currently. If you are struggling with those type of things, you know what? Life is not over. Pick a new narrative, just like Janet says. I love that. You write your own story. You write your own narrative as what's going forward. And this is so important, why you need people like Janet in your life. So besides your books, Janet, somebody reaches out to you and says, man, I just feel like stuck and going nowhere. I'm old. Help me out. What do you do?
I ask them to tell me what's the most important thing to them right now. Let's start with right now. Is it something that's more in the physical realm of getting stronger, or getting a plan or a direction in place with very tangible goals, like gaining muscle, losing weight, or being able to be strong enough to travel on the life vacation of their dreams, but they aren't strong enough? Or something more simple as being able to do this reframing, to be able to pull their experience together and figure out what they really want to do. I guess it makes me sound a little bit like a life coach, but that's not what I do. I call myself an unlicensed therapist. That's what I am.
An unlicensed therapist. I love that. I love that. Well, you know what? You don't need a bunch of licenses to impart value and common sense to people. And a lot of times, this is what I say. This is what I'm here for. And this is what you're here for too, Janet. And that is to walk alongside people, to help them through the journey, to start with where you are currently. I recommend to everybody that you reach out to Janet and reach out to me. It doesn't cost anything to have a conversation. That's right. Let's start there and let's find out how we can help you. And I'm telling you, we can both help you by walking alongside of you. I have so many amazing friends that I will never do business with. But you know what? When you build an amazing community, it'll help your business, right? Even if I don't do business directly with Janet, she's an amazing friend. We help each other. That is what life's all about, because we're better together. We're better together. We move forward. And especially when we relate with all these things. So, okay. So the fact that you're never too old. What if I'm 90 though? I mean, isn't it pretty much over if I'm 90?
Ask Dick Van Dyke. He just turned 100.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think it's whatever. I mean, part of it, this is one of the things I ask people that come to me, like you just asked, but I would ask a 90-year-old, what is the story you're telling yourself? What is the story you're telling yourself about being 90? And what is the alchemy that you can employ that would change the trajectory of your life, or have a better impact on those around you? Because you have wisdom, you have experience, and if you've taken care of yourself, that's part of it right there, is being healthy and vibrant and strong and resilient so that you can be there to lift other people up. But to decide, what is your mental state? What is it that you still want to accomplish? What is still unsaid? And how can you say it?
Okay. I love that. Well, and let me tell you, you were so right. My amazing, wonderful mother-in-law and mother-in-law and father-in-law are amazing. They're like my mom and dad. My mom and dad passed a few years back, so I don't have them, but I have my amazing in-laws who are both in their 90s, who are still living a productive life, are still doing things. And I could tell you, Dick Van Dyke at 100, I got a funny story. I'm just going to tell you real quick because it is so hilarious. I have some great friends. We were in New York. I don't know if you've ever been to Carnegie Deli, but Carnegie Deli used to have stars there all the time. I met Mr. T there with my family. Other people, they tend to roll through. Well, they've closed Carnegie Deli now, which is a huge bummer. But anyway, so I'm in there. I get separated from part of my group, and I'm there with a couple of the group, and I talked to the people that were separated from us, and I said, "You better hurry because you're going to miss it." And my friend says, "What?" I said, "Who's there?" He says, and I look up on the wall, and there's people, all stars, all over the wall. I see Dick Van Dyke, and I say, "Dick Van Dyke, you better hurry, man." And so the person across from me, she looks at me and she mouths, "Is he still alive?" This is 20 years ago. And I'm like, I have no idea if he's still alive or not. So anyway, my friends rushed there. We're kidding them. Dick Van Dyke is not there. But because of that experience, one of that group, she reached out to Dick Van Dyke, and I have a signed autograph picture from him that says, "Yep, still here, Russ." And that was 20 years ago. And it was so funny. But look at what's happened in the last 20 years. That guy is still out there, still making things happen, still making people smile and laugh. You have value, everybody, no matter what. And I tell you, it's just something you need to hold on to. So, okay, Janet, we have to start wrapping things up here again. So I want to have you give everybody your last little wisdom, your nugget of the day, what you want them to remember from today's discussion, and then remind them how they get in touch with you.
Okay. I would say first, the way to get in touch with me is either through LinkedIn, which is probably where you're watching this now, and also my YouTube channel. It's called Aging Strong for Life, or you can just put my name in the search window on YouTube and you'll be able to find it. I post twice a week, and it's lots of nuggets of wisdom on how to actually make this healthy aging possible, so that you can pick up the habits that maybe you need to have redirected, or also some of the more breaking science news around nutrition and around strength training and around community that we need so much in our aging experience in the last, in the bonus round of our life. I like to call it the bonus round because you get extra points. I would say that my final word of wisdom or excellent thought for the day is that when you are deciding whether to listen to something or follow something or start doing something new, have a moment where you really think about it and ask, is this a moment where I am confusing hustle with impact? You want to always make sure that the impact is going to be positive, and don't get distracted or stressed out or anxious about the hustle.
Oh my goodness. That is so good. That is so good. And you know what, everybody, the connection information that Janet gave, look at that. It's magically there. It is in the comments and the show notes. And guess what? It's clickable. So you don't have to remember a thing that she said. All you got to do is click on it and go straight to her. There you go. So that makes life so much easier. And so I am just, wow, so thankful that you're here today. What a positive message that you have. And just remember, everybody, age means nothing to your ability to do something. Okay. Yes, maybe there's some things you can't do. It's okay. It's all right. But you know what? There are other things you can do. So don't let it stop you, and take good care of yourself. Talking to my amazing teammate, and not going to go into any detail, but we were talking about taking care of ourselves. And because we need each other around, right? We need each other around, and we all go through stuff. So, wow, I am just so thankful for everybody here. Thanks for everybody joining in the comments. Had so many great comments today. And Janet, we're going to at some point have to have you back again, because it's just been like way too good. And so I appreciate all that you're about. Everybody, Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when we're here live. But remember, you can watch Janet on replay. It sits there forever on LinkedIn and YouTube, and 30 days on Facebook. And it'll convert to audio podcasts on all major podcast platforms. Please go there if you want to just listen. Please comment, like, and share no matter where you go. Love it if you would help continue to grow our community. And don't forget, everybody, I talked to you about this before, but go to YouTube and subscribe today at marketingwithruss.live. It's that simple. Subscribe today because you'll have all of this in one spot for you. So, Janet, thanks again. I'm going to say goodbye to you here on screen, but hang tight as I wrap it up, okay?
Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks so much. Wow. She's amazing, everybody. She's going on 70. Going on 70. She's out there doing bodybuilding competitions. She's vibrant in life. And that is what we all need to be doing. We all need to get out there and we need to make a difference in life with what we can do. And you can do great and amazing things. Don't tell yourself anything else. You need to feed positive information into that brain of yours. You can do amazing things. You can do it. Keep it up. Keep going. So thankful for what God has done inside of me with the ability to keep moving. The fact that, thank you for all your prayers. The cancer is not in my body. God, I'm thankful to God for that. But, still having lots of issues. But you know what? I'm not letting them stop me because my circumstances don't define me and your circumstances don't define you either. I always tell everybody, God's not done with me yet. And it is so true. It is so, so true. So with that, don't forget, we'll be back on Thursday. We're here every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. It sits on LinkedIn and YouTube forever and Facebook for 30 days. After that, it's a video podcast and becomes an audio podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, all of the major platforms. You can go and you can listen to it. So I pray that you would. I'm always happy. My co-host hasn't popped in lately, so he wants to say hi. Old Kermie, he has to come in and make everybody smile. So there you go. So with that, have an amazing, amazing rest of your week. And please reach out at russhedge.com or to Janet with the information we have. We'll talk to you soon, everybody. Have a great week.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.